My name's Jane and I'm here with three of my friends to celebrate my
And me. Oh, well, I'm one of the three.
You're one
Good.
of the three. I mean, close friend, obviously not. To celebrate my partner's 60th birthday. And so we've come...
And 60?
We're all from Essex. We've come to a shrine to Essex in this beautiful house that was built in 2014 to celebrate the life of an Essex girl.
Who is the artist behind this house?
Exactly. Sorry, let's not say exactly.
No. So we're cutting something. Oh, okay. I didn't realise you were directing this
The
thing.
house was designed, it's a collaboration between the artist Grayson Perry, also an Essex boy, and an architects association called Fat Architecture, also with an Essex architect at its heart.
Did we anticipate that this was going to fit neatly into my Sacred Space channel?
I knew that this was a shrine to an Essex girl, and I knew it was designed to be a little bit like a chapel or a site of pilgrimage, but I didn't think it would be as closely associated.
Okay, so I definitely didn't know in any way.
We're in the entrance hall and you can see there's already some religious nods. So the shapes of the windows are arched windows, a little bit like you sometimes get in a chapel or here. Deep windows with arches.
Yes.
High ceilings in lots of areas.
Yeah, high ceilings, light coming from above. That's, and in fact, there were no, except for the kitchen, there's no room where light comes in at ground level.
Yes. And then lots and lots of wood. So wooden panelling, these beautiful wooden doors. Everything is high. And look.
We like that.
Look at the light switches, beautiful
We do like the light
switches.
switches. I think this is not an architectural feature, but the toaster's got a see-through. I mean, I agree, every toaster should have a see-through.
Already beginning to see the tribute to Julie here. So these are small replica tiles, similar to the ones on the outside, with Julie written on here. The house is a shrine to this woman called Julie Cope.
Okay.
So this is now the living area, but it's actually a chapel. So this is Julie here. This is a large ceramic sculpture that Grayson Perry made in 2 pieces. And she's holding her hands out. And these 2 balconies are from the 2 bedrooms. And you can actually come out of the bedroom and hold her hand.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
No.
There's 2 reasons why I wouldn't do that. One, it is made of ceramic and it feels like that would be an incredibly risky thing to do. But also there's a camera on top of the motorcycle at exactly that point. Even though they mention it somewhere in the guidebook, I don't think they want you to do that.
So the map is the pilgrimage of Julie. So, and it's the story of her life, but it's also a story of sort of climbing the social classes. So she starts here right at the very, very south of Essex. Julie was born in 1953 in the Canvey flood. You can see her father making a hole through the roof of the house to step out with the baby and rescue the baby. And then the family moved from Canvey to Basildon. And we've got symbols here that we all recognise. We grew up in Billericay, very close to Basildon, and we've got symbols here from Basildon that we recognise. And she lived in this tower block next. She's 21 here.
Yep.
And she's sitting on the bonnet of her boyfriend's car. So she's met Dave by this stage. So Dave is in the car driving. He is in a band in his spare time. That's his tapes from his band on the bonnet of the car. So she's wearing a Dr. Feelgood t-shirt as well, reference to an Essex band.
Okay, but I recognise that design.
Dr. Feelgood at Cliff's Pavilion in Southend, Essex band. So there's loads and loads of Essex references here. And she's got a Tesco bag here. He's got cans,
I hadn't spotted that. Very good.
He's got cans of Tennant. Here they've got 2 children by this stage, but the rot has already started to set in. Well, she's holding a bouquet of flowers here, some flowers that he's given her.
Yeah.
And it says, "I'm sorry."
Okay. Oh, I hadn't seen that. Yeah.
I'm sorry because she's found the hairbrush of another woman.
It's a very youthful 70s look. The clothes and the colours of the clothes are absolutely right.
Yes, but also she's got this slightly sad face, almost like the face of a Madonna. And this one is called Friends All Agreed They Were a Perfect Match. And so she goes from Canvey Island to Basildon via Southwold and Ferrers, and then she moves to Malden, where she's split up with Dave by this stage, and she's in a small terraced house in Malden. Then
with the children.
Yeah. Then she meets Rob, and they move to a really lovely Georgian house in Colchester. And then we've got the house for Essex up here in Rabness. And Rabness is right at the very top of the county. You're literally on the river looking across to Suffolk. So she's made this journey north up through the county. And she's also moved up, if you like, in the class system. We've moved here from, she's discovered that Dave's having an affair. So she's now moved on her own with the kids. Kids are grown up a bit more. She's now into CND. Dave, we can see in the background there, is visiting at weekends for access trips to see the kids. But she's got custody of the kids. We've got the ghosts of her parents above her house in Malden. Her parents have died at this point. Here we've got a cheese plant in the foyer of the house, and we've got a sort of rainbow mobile. Over here, she's now in Colchester. She's gone back into higher education, so she's gone back to study and to become a social worker. And this is her on a night out with her friends from the social services. And so this is now Colchester. And then we've got a shot of her and her Rob, her second husband. So by this stage, she's met him, and they're together and they're having a fantastic life. They love their wine, you know, so she's moved from Tennant's ale to wine.
But actually, everyone in this picture, everyone is basically smiling and happy with one or two very, very profound exceptions.
Yes. And then we've got her downfall. So she gets knocked over by a delivery guy delivering curry. She's got her social services pass on where she's smiling.
Yeah, I love it. It says she's beaming.
Rob remembers their trip to the Taj Mahal in India together, where he saw the shrine that had been built by the Mughal emperor.
Yeah. And
he remembers that that's what he was going to do for Julie.
But the bicycle.
So the bicycle
is up there. So this is how this is why I'm saying this completely belongs to my channel. This really is a shrine, and in the manner of Christian shrines, the instrument of death is celebrated. In this case, as a chandelier, and it's heading for the goddess over on the other side. As you walk through into this room, you walk through this infinite light room, so it's a real transition.
These are the vents for the fireplace, but again, it's the Viking ship and Julie. I presume this is Rob, the two kids, or it might be Dave. So yes, we were going to talk about the symbols. So I think there are 6 symbols on the outside of the house, and they're repeated in the tapestry, in the ceramic pots, a nappy pin.
And in the stuff about her life, and I really like that bit, it says she has kids by default. It's not that she's not thinking about it or thinking about it.
Yeah.
That just seems to be the next thing that happens.
There's a heart for their love. There's a mixtape on the ceramic. There's the Essex scimitars.
The scimitars.
There's a J, and the J for Julie. The bottom of it is almost like a Viking ship again. And it's the wheel of life and the wheel of death, the wheel of the bike that killed her. And then we noticed up on that ceramic pot right at the top,
JC for
Julie Cope.
Julie Cope. Yeah. I don't think that's a coincidence. So when I came to this, I assumed that this had been commissioned by someone like Rob,
or maybe that Grayson knew.
Yeah, this was someone that he was close to.
No, that's the amazing thing. So this whole story, this whole construct is just a figment of Grayson Perry's imagination. She is a fictional character with fictional husbands and a fictional childhood and fictional jobs and death and clothes.
And the thing is, I thought it can't be made up because this isn't what you'd make up if you're making up someone's life.
It's too rich to be made up,
but it is.
not.
It is. It is rich.
So he has reflected that there are some references to his autobiographical story within this. And obviously he's from Essex himself, so he knows Essex inside out. He knows about that journey from the south of Essex to the north. But no, this is a complete figment of an amazingly creative imagination.